what's all said and done, the Netflix card just went up head-to-head with the UFC's Arnold Allen versus Costa, and I'm not going to lie, the Netflix card low-key blew the UFC's card out the water. It was low-key meant to, though, you know, a whole bunch of big names, but the MVP card just had more controversy and more big moments, all right? Felipe Lin's getting knocked out by, like, a glancing blow, and then them letting Francis Ngannou have, like, a 35-minute plunge after he won, by the way. One cool thing, though, about the Netflix card is that we get to actually see the fighters pay. So it's like Francis got paid $1.5 million and Felipe Lin's got paid $100,000. So much for Francis Ngannou going up and saying, no, my opponents need to be paid $1 million. I'm going to do life-changing damage to him, blah, 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 blah. Like, so much for that. So much for that. Shout out to Mike Perry doing his thing, by the way. Mike Perry absolutely doing his thing. But yeah, the Netflix card just had a little bit more controversy with that Mariah's late stoppage. With the late stoppage there, I thought he lost the fight, to be honest with you. I thought he lost the fight, and then he holds on to a choke after the bell rings, and he ends up putting his opponent to sleep, and they just kind of let that slide. Oh, okay, all right. I mean, there was a few sketchy things going on this card. You can't tell me they were heeding to the USADA rules. You know, I think there was a little bit of doping going on. All right, did you see how Nate Diaz was looking? By the way, Mike Perry, like I told you guys, put Nate Diaz down. Put Nate Diaz down. Absolutely put him down. And Dana White, while Francis Ngannou is absolutely the star of the card, along with Mike Perry. But while Francis Ngannou is making his walkout, Dana White announces Conor McGregor versus Max Holloway, the return of Conor. We're going to get into that in a later video. Check out the channel. But, because, hey, we're doing offline recording. You don't see chat up here. I'm not live. But, the Netflix card, like I said, this is just the beginning. This is the beginning. Even Jake Paul said it at the end. This is just, we're warming up here. Ronda Rousey winning via armbar in 10 seconds. Okay. All right. You know, I didn't really see that coming. You know, I thought her being at minus 500 was a little despicable considering the layoff that both of these ladies had. But that was crazy. That was crazy. Mike Perry versus Nate Diaz looked like a WWE match. Like an actual WWE match. And Mike Perry versus Nate Diaz, by the way, something to note, was airing the same time as Arnold Allen versus Costa. Well, literally right after it ended. It was right after it ended. The pacing was kind of fantastic because right after Doo Ho Choi wins, Francis Ngannou beats up Felipe Lin. That rhymes. After Felipe Lin gets laid out on the floor, Arnold Allen goes out and goes to war. After Arnold Allen goes out and goes to war, we see Mike Perry make Nate Diaz hit the floor. Literally might be bloodiest fight of the year. I'm not going to lie to you. I don't know how I just make it. I always end up rhyming every video. It's not like, I don't even try to. I really don't even try to. This fight right here, the Fazil fight, banging. Absolutely banging. Fantastic fight. Seeing Junior Dos Santos go down, by the way, that was bad. That was bad. That was rough. That was a rough watch. That was an absolute rough watch. Shout out to Jason Jackson, the only dude to beat Yaroslav Amoshlov. I know I'm saying his name wrong, but the only dude to beat him professionally. Shout out to bro. That's the dude who is in the viral clip, who is in the Ukrainian combat active gear, and he's climbing up a ladder and unwraps something in a sheet, and it's his Bellator belt. Fantastic. Fantastic. And we said he was going to win a few weeks ago anyway. I called it. But I called Mike Perry KO, TKO. Obviously, everybody called Francis Ngannou win. I called the Marias win, even against Makayev. I said Marias Loki got this one in the bag. I went Junior Dos Santos. That hurt. That really hurt. I'm telling you, the Fazil fight was fantastic. If you didn't get to watch the Fazil fight, run that back. And the Alex Pereira sister fight. Beautiful. Beautiful. I didn't catch the first fight, and I did not catch this fight either, but fantastic. Honestly, fantastic. And I'm not saying the UFC's card was bad, because we're going to get into the Arnold Allen thing. Check the channel Doo Ho Choi's fight was fantastic. The Malcolm Wellmaker fraud check we called. That was beautiful. Absolutely beautiful. There was a lot of moments on this card, but nothing stands out like Francis Ngannou taking down Felipe Lins. Like Mike Perry versus Nate Diaz. That was peak. That was actually peak. Actually peak. I can't believe you guys really thought Nate Diaz stood a chance against Mike Perry, who is literally the king of violence. Mike Perry is like literally like that. He looks so dialed. He looks so. First of all, he didn't walk out till my granny got blown up by a bazooka. He promised he would. That kind of, I felt like he was a liar after that. But he looks so dialed, looking at Nate Diaz like a piece of meat, and just hunted him down brutally. I called doctor stoppage. I called it. Well, it wasn't a doctor stoppage. But I called it. Stopped it on the stool. Easy peasy, lemon squeezy. They're gonna do this again. I promise you. MVP is gonna put on cards like this again. I don't know if it's gonna be a quarterly thing, if it's gonna be twice a year, once a year, but. And I'm ready to see the numbers. How many people watch this compared to Paramount and Cody Brundage versus Armand Petrosky? You know what I mean? Andrei Arlovsky. You know what I mean? Can't believe Cody Brundage got a win. I genuinely, I know we're talking about the MVP card. I'm genuinely. Happy birthday, Cody Brundage. I just like, wow. But another weird thing is that Dana White was here at the Apex watching the Arnold Allen fight. He was there because that's where he announced the Max Holloway versus Conor McGregor thing. He was there. And he did not show up to the post-fight press conference. Odd. I've been having a feeling that the Paramount executives have been on Dana's behind, okay? I'm telling you, Netflix probably just put on the most watched MMA card of all time. They might have just sweeped everything the UFC has ever done with this card, okay? And I love Arnold Allen. I love him. Fantastic fight. I love Doo Ho Choi, Korean Superboy. Love him. But none of their fights even compared to Mike Perry versus Nate Diaz. Wow. Fantastic. Please put on another one of these. Shout out to Jake Paul. Can't believe I just said that. Shout out to bro, but absolutely fantastic. I don't know how I feel about, the gaps in between the Francis Ngannou versus Mike Perry fight. Like I said, you guys let him go on forever, it felt like. But the pacing was pretty good. The production was good. The arena looked good, even though it was kind of empty. It was kind of empty. It was definitely empty. They definitely broke no revenue records for in-house, ticket sales. But streaming, though, I really do wonder. And they didn't even have this card on the main page. It wasn't even right there, because when you opened up Netflix during the Mike Tyson versus Jake Paul fight, it was right there. It was on the main page. It was on the front. But this wasn't. You had to search for it. So I still think this got maybe quadruple the viewers Arnold Allen versus Costa got. I really do. And they posted, and they were streaming the prelims on YouTube. The Mariah's fight all the way down, if I remember correctly. Or maybe it was just the Jason Jackson one all the way down. But banger. Absolute banger. Anyways, boys, like, comment, and subscribe. I'm going to catch y'all later.